All right, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rob from Rob Clone Radio. I just got to watching the Frankie Edgar versus Max Holloway fight. Man, big up to Frankie Edgar. That dude has to be a Hall of Famer, man. You know what I'm saying? Ended up, being the first person, not the first person. Ended up being the person I feel like that really derailed BJ Penn's career. Big up to BJ Penn. Also, I can't remember if he's a Hall of Fame or not, but he has to be in there. Um, Frankie always kind of felt like, man, like I liked Frankie, man, but I always felt like, dang, man, like what would happen if Frankie could actually fight at his natural weight class and fight with competition that was actually his same size, man. This fight, to a certain extent, reminds me of Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. The skill sets are very similar, as far as the skills, but that size difference is just too much to overcome for one fighter. Frankie did very well, just as he normally does, man. The only person you look back at with Frankie Edgar, the only person that really pieced him up, man, and really gave him some real trouble was Ortega, who had, a size advantage too. I know a lot of people will tell you, size doesn't matter, but it definitely does to a certain extent, because if you have two skilled fighters, they're at the same level, size is going to come into play. Max Holloway's jab tonight is what won him this fight. His takedown defense was very good also, as Max has always had. But I really feel like that jab is what won the fight tonight. It kept Frankie thinking. It kept Frankie on the outside. And it made him frustrated. It was at points at times at that fight where, Frankie would go for a takedown. He wouldn't succeed at the takedown. And during the breakup from the takedown in the exchange, Max would throw, just a nice little jab. And Frankie looked at him like, shh, man, dude, damn, okay, whatever. They were going with the fight, man, but Frankie's definitely a future Hall of Famer. Um, it's kind of jacked up, man. Like, I really wouldn't mind seeing Frankie, if he does fight again, possibly try to get all the way down to that bantamweight weight class, because I'm trying to remember a boxer who actually operated like, this is 155, 145. These are Frankie's natural weight classes. And you know what's crazy about this is, you look back at when Frankie first won his belt from BJ Penn. Look at the lightweights then, and look at him now. Matter of fact, look at Max Holloway. You know what I mean? This dude is a 145-pound, champ, man. This dude is probably about the same size as me. But anyway, man, like, big up to Max Holloway, man. He's just further cementing, his legacy. This dude is pretty much cleaned out the division, man, at this point in time. But it's your boy Rob from Rob Clone Radio, man. Everybody take care. You have a nice night. One.